In the tumultuous history of the Middle East, few nations have faced a more constant barrage of existential threats than Israel. From its very inception, the country has been a crucible of conflict, navigating a complex geopolitical landscape where survival often hinges on a razor's edge. While its military prowess and advanced defense systems are well documented, there are moments when even the most sophisticated technology and the most courageous soldiers are not enough. These are the times when fate, a stroke of luck, or perhaps something more profound, intervened, pulling the nation back from the brink of catastrophe. This is the story of 5 times Israel stood one missile away from disaster and survived, a gripping exploration of pivotal moments where a single missile, a critical miscalculation, or an unforeseen turn of events could have plunged Israel into an unimaginable disaster. We will delve into these high-stakes scenarios, examining the context, the threats, and the miraculous circumstances that allowed Israel to avert catastrophe, often by the narrowest of margins. Prepare to uncover the tension, the fear, and the incredible resilience that define these moments, revealing how a nation repeatedly faced the precipice of destruction and, against all odds, found a way to survive and continue its journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now for more incredible war secrets and the legendary military technologies that are reshaping the future of global defense. The concept of being one missile away from disaster is not hyperbole for Israel. It is a recurring nightmare that has, on several occasions, almost become reality. The nation's small geographic size, coupled with the concentration of its population and critical infrastructure, means that even a single successful missile strike on a strategic target could have devastating consequences. This vulnerability has driven Israel's relentless pursuit of advanced missile defense systems and sophisticated intelligence gathering, but even these cannot guarantee absolute protection against every threat. Throughout its history, Israel has faced adversaries armed with a variety of missile technologies, from rudimentary rockets to sophisticated ballistic missiles. Each conflict, each escalation, brings with it the terrifying possibility of a missile bypassing defenses and striking a vital civilian or military target. These moments are not just about military engagements. They are about the psychological toll on a nation, the constant vigilance required, and the ever-present awareness of potential devastation. The 5 instances we will explore are not merely historical footnotes. They are vivid reminders of the fragility of peace and the immense pressure under which Israel's leaders and defense forces operate. They highlight the fine line between survival and disaster, and the often unseen factors that tip the scales in moments of extreme peril. Our first critical moment takes us back to the 1991 Gulf War. While Israel was not a direct combatant, it found itself under attack from Iraqi Scud missiles. Saddam Hussein launched dozens of these ballistic missiles at Israeli cities, aiming to provoke a retaliatory strike that would break the international coalition against Iraq. Israel, under immense pressure from the United States, refrained from responding, but the threat to its civilian population was immense. On January 22, 1991, a Scud missile struck a residential area in Ramat Gan, a suburb of Tel Aviv. While the missile itself did not carry a chemical warhead as feared, its impact caused significant damage, injuring dozens and destroying homes. Crucially, however, the missile landed in a relatively open area, missing a densely populated apartment complex by mere meters. Had it struck just a few feet differently, the casualty count could have been catastrophic, potentially triggering a wider regional conflict. The incident underscored Israel's vulnerability to ballistic missile attacks and highlighted the urgent need for effective missile defense. The Patriot missile system, deployed by the US to protect Israel, proved less effective than hoped, leading Israel to accelerate the development of its own indigenous missile defense programs, such as the Arrow system. This near miss was a stark wake-up call, demonstrating how close Israel came to a disaster that could have reshaped the entire war. The second instance brings us to the 2006 Second Lebanon War. Throughout the conflict, Hezbollah launched thousands of rockets and missiles into northern Israel. While many were short-range Katyushas, some were more sophisticated, longer-range rockets capable of reaching deeper into Israeli territory. The Iron Dome system, which would later revolutionize missile defense, was still years away from deployment, leaving cities vulnerable. On August 4, 2006, a large-caliber rocket, believed to be a K-1, struck a train depot in Haifa, Israel's third-largest city. The rocket hit a maintenance facility, causing extensive damage and killing 8 railway workers. This was one of the deadliest single rocket attacks of the war. However, the target was a train depot, not a densely populated residential area or a critical industrial facility like the nearby oil refineries. Had that same rocket, or another like it, struck a major hospital, a school, or one of Haifa's chemical plants, the human toll and environmental disaster could have been exponentially worse. The incident highlighted the limitations of existing defenses and the sheer destructive potential of even conventional rockets when they hit the wrong target. It was a stark reminder of how close Israel was to a much larger catastrophe. Our third close call occurred during the 2014 Gaza War, Operation Protective Edge. By this time, the Iron Dome system was operational and proving highly effective against short-range rockets from Gaza. However, Hamas and other militant groups had also acquired longer-range rockets, including M302s, capable of reaching Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. The sheer volume of launches, sometimes hundreds in a single day, tested Iron Dome's capabilities to its limits. On July 22, 2014, a rocket launched from Gaza managed to bypass Iron Dome defenses and struck near the runway of Ben Gurion International Airport, Israel's primary international gateway. While no direct hits on the runway or aircraft were reported, the incident led to a temporary suspension of all international flights to and from Israel, causing significant economic disruption and a major blow to national morale. The temporary closure of Ben Gurion Airport was a severe blow, but the disaster could have been far greater. Had the rocket directly hit a passenger plane, a terminal, or a fuel depot, the loss of life and the economic fallout would have been catastrophic. The incident underscored the vulnerability of critical civilian infrastructure, even with advanced missile defense, and how close Israel came to a major aviation disaster that would have isolated the country from the world. The fourth instance takes us to the 2021 Israel-Hamas conflict. This conflict saw an unprecedented barrage of rockets launched from Gaza, with Hamas attempting to overwhelm Iron Dome by firing hundreds of rockets simultaneously. While Iron Dome maintained an impressive interception rate, the sheer volume meant that some rockets inevitably got through. On May 11, 2021, a rocket struck a bus in Holon, a city south of Tel Aviv. Miraculously, the bus was empty at the time, having just dropped off its passengers. The rocket caused significant damage to the vehicle and nearby infrastructure, but there were no fatalities. Had the bus been full of commuters, or had the rocket landed just moments earlier when passengers were disembarking, the outcome would have been tragic. This incident was a stark reminder that even with Iron Dome's high success rate, the risk of a direct hit on a civilian target remains. The empty bus in Holon became a symbol of both the constant threat and the fortunate near misses that often characterize these conflicts. It highlighted how a slight change in timing or trajectory could have turned a damaged vehicle into a scene of mass casualties. A final critical moment occurred during the October 7, 2023, Hamas attack and subsequent war. While the initial attack was a ground invasion, the ensuing conflict saw thousands of rockets launched from Gaza into Israel. The scale and intensity of these barrages were unprecedented, once again testing Israel's multi-layered air defense systems. On October 10th, 2023, a rocket launched from Gaza struck a residential building in Ashkelon, a southern Israeli city. The impact caused significant damage and several people were injured. However, the building was not fully occupied at the time, and many residents had already sought shelter. Crucially, the rocket did not hit a more vulnerable target, such as a hospital or a school, which could have resulted in a far higher death toll amidst the chaos of the ongoing conflict. This incident, occurring just days after the devastating October 7th attacks, underscored the persistent and evolving missile threat. While the focus was on the ground invasion, the constant rocket fire served as a terrifying backdrop, demonstrating how close Israel repeatedly came to further disaster even as it grappled with an unprecedented crisis. The resilience of its citizens and the effectiveness of its warning systems, even under extreme pressure, were once again put to the ultimate test. 5 times Israel stood one missile away from disaster and survived, is a testament to the nation's enduring resilience and the constant vigilance required for its survival. These 5 moments, each a hair's breadth from catastrophe, illustrate the immense pressures and the miraculous escapes that have shaped Israel's history. They are not just stories of conflict, but of a nation's unwavering determination to protect its people against overwhelming odds. These incidents also highlight the continuous evolution of missile threats and defense technologies. Each near miss has served as a catalyst for further innovation, pushing Israel to develop more sophisticated systems and strategies to safeguard its future. The ability to learn from these close calls and adapt quickly has been a critical factor in its survival. If this incredible story of 5 times Israel stood one missile away from disaster and survived has captivated you as much as it has captivated us, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these near misses do you find most striking? What other moments of near disaster in history do you believe deserve more attention? We'd love to hear your perspective on these critical events. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more secrets of war and incredible stories of the battles and technologies that are shaping our world. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we're committed to bringing you the most compelling stories that demonstrate how superior design and quality craftsmanship, combined with unparalleled human ingenuity, can create legends that endure for generations and prove that true excellence never goes out of style.